Well, hi there everyone and welcome back to Infinity, where I am down here I guess would be a good way of putting it, where I have started very roughly a new building just over here. What this is going to be is the train station. Now it takes a lot of walking to get over there. Over there is so far away that I can't even see my waypoint for the quarry. But my quarry is way over there, you know how long it takes me, and I'm thinking that a railway running over there would be a really good idea. That's why we've started the railcraft stuff yesterday. So yeah, this is an incredibly rough layout for the start of the building. I'm just marking out about where the footprint will go. But it is a start. Let's head back inside. I'll just say that it looks like that's coming up reasonably well as well. We've got a bit, actually we've got some of the roof on, have we? I'm not really going to pop in there and have a look round, but I think that's coming along quite well actually. That looks really rather good. Let's head on into the foundry. Hop up this way. That is still coming along, but it's still going to take an awful lot of earth movement. And really, I am going to have to get that filler moving, aren't I? I said that before, I forgot about that. Let us get inside, where you can see, well, we have steps, because I was getting fed up of running up and down the stairs. Over here we have two working furnaces. I haven't got the third one in. We have an input chest, we have an output chest, which is filling up with coal coke and charcoal. I've put some wood into here and it's all fed into this second one, I think. No, this one's full of coal now. So they're both full of coal. And this is starting to fill up with creosote. I've got 47 buckets now. I have left it for a while. If you're wondering, when I look in my inventory, I have been over to the mines and I've picked out some stuff. Now I am just going to, because I know how exciting it all is, actually finish this off super quickly on camera, because I annoyed myself that I didn't yesterday. You can see I finally got all the bricks made up. So that is the input pipe that was on the bottom there. There is a fluiduct pipe, which will be in this chest over here. Fluiduct, item duct, the iron tank gauges. So we just want a fluiduct in here with a servo motor on the back, which will automatically output all of the creosote, and the output pipe for the actual items, which will connect to that's a fluiduct. That is an item duct. That will just connect up to there, and that will automatically output all of the coal coke and all of that stuff. Do I actually have any cobble on me, or did I just get rid of it all? I just got rid of it all. I'm just going to fill that in a little bit just to stop the mobs having any room to spawn really badly. Of course there is an item duct there, isn't there? And that's all actually plumbed in. So we can just fill that in. Take you out, put your coal coke bricks in. And the last one in the front, and we have a new coal coke oven. And if I go and pop some acacia wood into the input, you can see that's emptying, because it can see there is another furnace now for things to go into, and any second this will, wait for it, simply light up. So these are getting on really slowly. I have tidied up along here as well, as you can see. I've tidied all that up. I've put those bits in the top because I just think it looks better. Just to have them They need to be sort of well supported, don't they? That's what I'm trying to say. There we go. So we've got some of those just around. I don't know actually. Will these look good in the gaps here? Yeah, I think I quite like that actually. They look good there. I'll need to get another set of steps, and this one's lit up because it's falling up with acacia wood. So that is coming along quite well. Obviously I've put the signs in as well because I will forget which is which in no time. Let us... do we want this? Yeah, we'll take the ducting with us just in case we want it. Right, so yeah, we have some steps going up now, which makes it a lot easier to get upstairs. They come up here as well, and then it all sort of finishes. And we're still going through the gap here. Do I have a tree tap on me? I don't have a tree tap on me. Oh, I know what I meant to show you. 1 second, and let's go all the way back downstairs. Because I am forgetful. I have also been doing a little bit more digging, which is upstairs. Yeah, it is this way. This place is already turning into a rabbit warren, and I'm already getting lost in it. I'm really happy about that. So if you come on down and through here, if you come down here, this path is now a bit better off. I have filled in this side with smooth stone. That took me ages climbing up scaffolding, but it means I can have a path going this way, and I can actually dig out here, and I have a bit of a view. Looking down this way, there will be windows here, so that gives a nice view looking out that way. There are steps coming down here, and if you come out here you can turn left or right, and what you do is you get out on top of the towers at the gates. That is not the way, that is the way. And if you come out this way, you come out on top of the other tower, and you can get all the way around here until it pretty much stops, basically. Isn't that something? Right, let us get back inside and work on what we were going to work on today. Now, it is this way, isn't it? Yep, up here. So, what are we working on today? Well, last episode we were trying to make up lots and lots and lots of sand. I wanted lots of sand for those coal coke ovens, and it took me flipping forever to actually do. You can see I've been getting through all of this stuff quite quickly. Yeah, I think everything's fine in there. And just quickly check, do I have good power? I have good power. So yeah, it was taking me absolutely flipping forever. Now that means we need something. We need something to make things work faster. There is there is something which you can do to these machines. You have these little squares here which can accept things, and the thing which I want to make is called an overclocker. The overclocker decreases the process time to 70% and increases the power usage, but I'm not too worried about that. It makes the machines run faster. It requires copper cable, an electronic circuit, and 10k coolant cells. These coolant cells are made by coolant cells, which are made by getting coolant into a cell. I think it all makes sense, really. But it's actually pretty difficult, especially in this new version of Industrial Craft, because it's a lot harder to make. What you need is a canning machine. The canning machine, you want this fluid solid one, not the solid one. Requires you not to hit the wrong key. It requires lots of tinitum casings, a basic machine casing, and some electronic circuits. So lots and lots of iron plates and all of that jazz. So what do we actually have out of all of that lot handy? The answer is not that much. So let us grab, we have some iron, we have some, that's silver, we have some, tin. The tin has not yet started macerating up, and I would really rather it did, please. Okay, so we do have 64 just sat there, which will be enough, but I want some more macerated. Right, let us grab our hammer of forging. Actually, just because we can, let's put this into the rolling machine. Get some tin rolling out just to save that while I'm making this. Right, we want quite a few battered out pieces of iron made up into an item casing. We are also going to need plenty of copper cabling. That's going to require lots of copper whacked out with a hammer and then snipped with me cutters. 24 should be enough. I should have some rubber just sat there. There's some insulated cable I need to make up a circuit. Am I only going to need one circuit? I think I am actually. So a piece of iron plate in the middle and a couple of pieces of redstone gets me an electronic circuit. Now, an electronic circuit with the item casing and lots of tin plating. Now, I do have some just sat there. So I'm just going to whack that out, and I think that will be enough, won't it? I'm one short, aren't I? So let's grab some of these which have gone through. Grab a hammer. Whack out another 14 of those. Pop one in there with my electronic circuit and my basic machine casing, and I get a fluid solid canning machine. It is, to be fair, not the world's most useful machine, but I need it. There probably is. I'm going to have to do some serious sorting out. That's still broken. I clearly did not get around to fixing my tools, which is bad. Always look after your tools, kids. There should be a cable somewhere under there. There is one there. I'd like a bit of a gap, really. Also, never use your axe to dig up dirt, because that is just wrong. Right, I'm just going to pop it along and down here. This room needs a bit of a tidy up already. But there we go, a fluid canning machine. Can I get those bits? Now I'm going to be stuck. And pop a bit of floor back in. So here is the canning machine. It is wonderfully awkward to use. I need to get water into it, which means we are going to use an aqueous accumulator. Because, to be honest, it is the only good way of getting water about. So this is an aqueous accumulator. It basically produces lots and lots of water. You need some copper gears. A servo now has this changed with the others. The pneumatic servo, no, it is exactly the same. It is, I always get this wrong every single time I make them. It is iron with glass and a piece of redstone. Gets us our pneumatic servo. It is a basic machine frame, which is very easy to make. Yeah, the tin gear now, isn't it? That's what I could not think of. So a tin gear, surrounded by glass, surrounded by iron. And I believe we also need a bucket. And then it's just two pieces of glass, isn't it? One of those, two of those, two of those, and one of those gets us an aqueous accumulator, which I have promptly thrown onto the floor. Now then, I need a way to get water into that, which isn't going to be as ugly as anything. Okay, so what I'm going to do is wrench out using my wrench, which is in my tools chest. That. I'm going to dig a hole into the floor just there, which is going to need to go down even further. I'm going to have to run a fluid duct up, which I'm not too happy about, but that is just life. Right, do I have a bucket of my own? There is a water bucket there, which I can just pop in there. I need another water bucket. Now my water supply is up there. Let's do a quick dash and hope we don't see a mob. Okay, I think we have been very lucky there. Right, get indoors. Door is shut. Door is shut. Right, we want another bucket in there. That makes that central square an infinite water source. So we just pop the aqueous accumulator into where the infinite water source is, and it will start to fill up with water. Pop on top of that some temperate fluid duct. These machines auto eject, so you don't need a servo, and that starts filling up with water. Perfect. Now, the next thing that we are going to need is some... Ooh, now where do I have this? Some lapis lazuli. 8 pieces. I'm going to want to pop this into the macerator. So I'm going to stop that pulling out, take my tin ore out, put some lapis in. That will convert the lapis into lapis dust. Right, we need 8 pieces of lapis dust for this. We also need some empty cells. You know what, I might actually do... Whilst I'm doing this, why make only one, you know? Let's make up several. And this is the time when I could really use an overclocker in that to get it working quicker. I need to make up cells. I need to make up not the universal fluid cell, I need the empty cell. Now there are 1,000,001 cells in here full of every possible thing. I want an empty cell, please. There we go, the empty cell. The empty cell, which you can make by doing that, it's made by putting tin plate into an extractor. In extruding mode was that? What mode was it in? Extruding. So a metal former into extruding mode, put in, I don't know, 3 or 4 tin plates, and we will end up with a load of cells. Put that into the box of everything. And there we go, we are getting empty cells. This has made up, I want it to make up 8 lapis dust, so just one more. There are my dusts, there are my cells. That worked a lot quicker. Into the canning machine I'm going to place my empty cells. First of all I have to switch this over into fluid enrich tank or cell. It needs to be in that mode, then you can shift click that into the top, the lapis dust into the middle, and you can see it's starting to work. When it has done working, it shall make me 1 single coolant cell. Now to make an overclocker, I think I actually need 3 of those cells. I'd need 3 10k coolant cells, so I'm going to probably need all of this dust all of this lapis converting into dust, to be honest, and probably all of that tin converting into that. I'll put in another 6 pieces. There we go. Because I'm going to need a bit of this, because I need to convert this coolant cell into a 10k one, which needs tin plates. I also need some more electronic circuits, so I'm going to very quickly whip together another couple of those. So 2 more electronic circuits. I also need some more cable. I have not got quite enough cable actually, so I'm just going to make up some more of the cutters because I am out of cutters. I can also not see my iron ingots, which are there. If there's one thing you can never have enough of with industrial craft, it is copper cabling. So, do I have enough to make... I've got enough to make 1 more coolant cell. So I'm just going to convert this coolant cell into a 10k coolant cell by surrounding it by that. 10k coolant cell. And now I shall just wait a minute whilst this gets through another 8 lapis dust. Okay, so we've had another, 16 lapis dust. I've put them through the canning machine and we have another 2 of these coolant cells. So all that I need to do, pop those coolant cells there, surround them like that, and we get some 10k coolant cells. Do these stack? They don't stack. Take your 10k coolant cells, pop an electronic circuit in the middle and 2 insulated copper cable. You get 2 overclocker upgrades. I didn't know you got 2. That's very generous of them. Let us pop one of these into here and see how much it speeds it up. The answer is quite a lot. Let's put 2 in and see what happens. So that is a huge amount faster. I am really happy with that. So, oh, it's told you, look, it's decreased the processing time to 49%. So it's running twice as fast, basically, and using just over twice as much power. Which still isn't quite enough to drain my windmill up there. So we now have a bit faster processing. I'm going to make up another one of these, or another pair of these to go in the electric furnace as well. But that will be it for this episode, guys. Thank you ever so much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed, and I do hope to see you once again next time. Thank you, and goodbye.